This scene made us coin the term Blackurate.
Yep.
Comment and request your favorite show! Junior and Marcus!
Let It Shine is a Disney movie that would be better if it weren't a Disney movie. I'm Truth.
And I'm Lie.
Let's talk about it. So, sneaking out, seeing the father doesn't notice. He looks out the window and Cyrus hides in the bushes and then, sprints to the club. Or, sorry, he takes his moped.
Yeah, it's a moped.
He's a moped rider. That's important. It's important that you know that because there's a track that mentions it. Get used to that in this movie. Random scenes happening just so that a later line will make sense.
Yep.
So yeah, he gets to the club and Kris is there and it's like, hey, bro, look over there. It's two people rapping on stage. And Marcus and I were like, oh, snap. I even said, is this 8 Mile? What's happening? Is there a rap battle? What's going on?
About to start, but then.
Oh boy. Okay, so
the bait and switch.
Yeah, and it's funny too because it's a club, and Marcus was like, "Yo, what club is this? That letting in these kids?" But it's like a Disney nightclub, so they serve glasses of milk. And then they start rapping, and it's not bad until they start singing, right? And it's like, oh man, this is a Disney movie. I forgot. This is a Disney movie. Most of them are diss tracks, actually.
Really?
Most of the raps are just disses. Yeah,
You're
which I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm so glid they didn't feel the need to turn
make
their
it
raps into some positive message thing. Believe in yourself.
If you work hard, then you can achieve. And if you achieve, you believe.
Yeah.
No, they actually call it truth of I don't believe you.
Yeah. I'm not a believer. You say your name is Truth, but I'm not a believer. This guy who's the antagonist, kind of, the closest thing to an antagonist.
Literally the closest thing to the villain of the movie.
Because he's just a bully and he wears red and his name is the Bling or the Bling. It's the Bling because this is Disney.
Yeah, no.
THE Bling.
Ebonics. Don't know if we can have that in our movie.
We can't make the movie too black.
Yeah.
The background dancers, one holds up the other dancer and strums him like a guitar.
Yep.
It's the best scene in the whole movie.
And it's pretty great.
The bully calls him Steve Urkel, and then his feelings are so hurt that he leaves the club.
Which
despite
is his job.
That's true too. He
This
just
man
dips.
just left his job.
He just dips. But what's so funny is that you were just dissing yourself, man.
Yeah.
Steve Urkel is what breaks
That's
you.
Oh man, I can't be Steve Urkel from the show.
The next scene requires me to not be here. Cyrus goes home with his friend Kris, and on the TV they see their old friend Roxie, who Kris, not Chris Rock, but Kris, the best friend Kris, sees her, and he is just like
he's like, oh man, she looks so fine. She finer than fine wine. My goodness. Oh, I remember back in 3rd grade. Oh, she used to make my loins quake.
Yeah.
And then there's a shot where it's on Kris, but it's on Cyrus.
It's on Cyrus.
But Kris is in the background. He's just
shaking his arm,
really shaking,
and it's like, he calls himself Truth, and for some reason they assume that Kris is the one that made the rap, but it's not. It was Cyrus.
Yes.
And there you go. It was at this moment that my interest in this movie gone
immediately,
because I right away realized, oh, this is a mistaken identity plot. That's all it is. That's all we're gonna do, and we're gonna spend a majority of the movie with the well, she likes Kris because Kris wrote those romance songs, but it wasn't really Kris. And then Cyrus is they're gonna reveal the truth, and then the liar reveal. That means she has to be mad at him now, but they wait to do it way too late.
Literally the end of the movie.
So she just forgives them right away. It's really dumb. And even some of the songs serve no real purpose to the plot. Yep. Cut out some of the music and the plot's the same, where that's not how musicals are supposed to work.
Yeah.
The song is supposed to service either what the character is thinking, right? Or it's supposed to okay, you're advancing the plot.
Yeah.
And Roxy has a whole song and it's a great song. Yeah. Every song that Roxy sings is great. Every single song Roxy's in is amazing.
Yeah, they're all good songs.
All of them.
It's really unfortunate that the worst character in the movie has some of the best songs.
I'd probably say Kris is the worst character, but
yeah,
it's just Roxy has no character. That's the problem.
You're right. You got me there.
She has no personality.
She's just
I want to be myself, and Marcus even said, well, I guess, can we see that? Can we see what herself is?
It's a yellow dress.
Yeah, that's it. And it sucks, because every time the movie's not that, It's great.
It's good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like the whole conflict with the dad, it's amazing. It's well written. It feels believable. Okay, Lemonade Mouth. That's the name of the band in the Disney Channel original movie, the DCOM.
Yes, very true.
Descendants. Oh, they're descendants of Disney villains. It makes sense. That's the plot of the movie.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
High School Musical. Hey, they're high schoolers.
And
this
there's
is
a
a
musical
musical.
in high school. Whoa.
There's a musical in the high school, but also we're watching a musical about high schoolers.
it's a high
Like it works.
school-
It
it's a high
works.
school
It
musical.
works in different ways.
Yeah.
Let It Shine. Now you could argue that Cyrus needs to come out and let it shine, let his talent shine.
Yeah.
But they just sing
Let
it shine at the end.
Yeah. It's never said.
It's never beginning of the movie. Have Cyrus in the church. Here's how to make this movie better. Have Cyrus in the church. Let the song be This Little Light of Mine.
Mm-hmm.
Let it start with the title and make it the regular hymnal version, the slow version. Then have it pick up. Have the dad disapprove because Cyrus and the whole church and everyone's like uplifted by the new version, but the dad's like, I don't like that devil's music, right?
Get that rap out
Yeah,
here.
but it is Let It Shine, and then have them go home, have them talk at the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
Have the son and dad talk, and have the son, who's the choir director, by the way, which is why the song changes. Have the son be like, well, Dad, isn't this all about letting it shine?
Yeah.
Isn't the song all about showing who you are, showing God who you are, showing Jesus who you are, showing your true self in gospel? I'm still talking about God, Dad, but then have the dad still disapprove.
Like, I don't like that rappity rap.
Yeah.
It's the devil's music.
Yeah, that way the conflict is established immediately, right, between the father and son. And also you have the title and why the title is that.
Yep.
You understand what Cyrus is trying to do. He's trying to show himself, show who he really is to his father, instead of this whole stupid plot about fame.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Really stupid.
Literally who cares? You could literally have the rap battle just be a local thing, and it'd be way better, in my opinion.
You could still have the fame plot, just don't do the pretender plot.
Mistaken identity plot. That's what it's called. The
Plot.
mistaken identity.
Right
trope.
after the whole father thing that you just said.
Yeah.
He goes to his room. He starts making music, and then he sneaks
out to go to work.
Everything else is
fine.
It's perfect.
Literally everything else, keep it.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Right? They go home and all that stuff. They see Roxy on
You can
TV.
keep Roxy. Yeah, you can keep the
all
whole
that in
Roxy
there,
plot.
right?
Roxy going to the church. The dad,
just
being mean to her.
When he sends in his thing, Kris can't rap.
Yeah, literally.
Kris, he knows he's a dancer.
Yeah.
He knows he's a dancer from the jump.
What I said would actually make Kris work as a character. Keep Cyrus as this guy who's too afraid to show who he is because of his upbringing. His dad's been putting him down long enough that Cyrus doesn't know how to express himself other than through his music. Let Kris be the guy who says, hey, man, you should really get your music. Or even better. Kris is the one who tells Cyrus, put your music in the competition.
Yes.
Cyrus says no.
Yeah.
Kris
does it.
Kris does it behind his back.
Yes.
We both
Yes.
high five.
Yes.
We both thought of the same
so
thing.
good.
Kris does it behind his back. So then when it's like the winner is Truth, Cyrus is like, hold up,
Who's
what?
Truth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's Truth? But Cyrus is still insecure. Kris is the one telling him, nah, fam, go, do this. And then when Kris meets Roxy, Roxy can take over from there as far as like motivation.
Yes.
Roxy can be the one who says, hey, your music's dope. Maybe Kris didn't even hear his song, right? Even then, Kris just believes in his friend. But Roxy heard his song, and she, as a famous person, sees the potential. So then Roxy can be the motivation behind him actually letting it shine, right? And maybe, if you really want to make it cool, the song that he submits is his own rendition of Let It Shine. Like, you could make this movie so much better.
Thank you.
So much better.
And from there, it's like Kris has to decide between his like gospel life
Yep.
and his fame life.
His fame life.
And we said that
at the end, instead of it being a matter of choosing, I'm just going to stay in church, I'm going to abandon any potential fame and wealth that I could get, or no, forget church, I'm going to go after all these bags and after fame and success. Instead of that, at the end, why not have, this was Marcus's idea,
Yeah.
he said, why not have him make it big for gospel.
Like
for gospel rap.
Gospel rap. Like,
Yeah.
literally just
So
taking,
it's in between.
Yeah.
It's not picking a side. It's carving your own. He's letting it shine, man.
Right there.
Oh my
Movie.
gosh.
Movie.
This movie could have been so much better.
I want to see the original screenplay.
If a movie's bad, that's one thing. If a movie's boring, that's another thing. But when a movie that is okay could have been amazing.
Yeah.
Like, could have spoken to me. Like,
Yeah.
me personally, on a personal level. That... It sucks, because it's like, that could have been so cool. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our podcast. Available on Apple Podcasts, Breaker, CastBox, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, and of course, Anchor.fm. Bye.